Good morning. Welcome to the garden. It's a beautiful day in southern Utah, and I just wanted to remind folks how to choose your planting out date, when to put the seeds in the ground, when is a good time of year. So as we're talking, if you want a little homework, open up another browser and do a search for your city and your state and type in after that last spring frost date. And then you can find the last spring frost date for your area. This is based on averages in the climate. Some sites, if they give you more than one date, you're going to want the last one. So some sites will give you a date where there's a 90% chance after this date you're still going to have a frost. Or the next date will be there's a 50% chance you'll still have a frost. Well, you want that last one because there's a 10% chance you'll still have a frost, 90% chance you won't. And that information helps you know when to put plants and seeds into the ground that are not frost tolerant. So that's why you want to know that date. That date is when you put out your tomatoes, your peppers, your melons, and squashes. The types of things that will shrivel up if it just gets really too cold and will be damaging to new plants. And also there are some seeds, such as bean seeds, that if they stay in the ground and it's too cold and they don't germinate, that seed will rot. So that is a date you want to know. That's your planting date. That date and afterwards. There are plants and seeds that are frost tolerant, and those can go out ahead of your frost date. So take something such as peas. Say my planting out date this year, I'm gonna go around April 1st. And again, that's a bit of a window because maybe our last frost will be, at the end of March, or I don't know. You kind of got to see how it goes every year, but you can plan on that date. So I'm going to go for, March 31st this year is a Friday, April 1st is a Saturday, and I'm going to just aim for one of those days or both of them to plant out the things that are not cold tolerant. Okay, now take a pea seed. A pea seed can be in the ground in the cold and not rot, and then when it's ready to, when the weather's nice enough, it'll just come up and out of the ground. And so then what you would do is take your frost date. I'm going with April 1st, and then go back 60 days so that your planting out date for peas could be long about very end of January, beginning of February, when the ground is workable. It's not frozen. I'm not going to stick it in a frozen ground, but say about February 3rd. It's a nice day, my ground's not frozen anymore, I'll put my pea seeds in the ground. So while I'm waiting for tomatoes till April 1st, other things can go out ahead of that. And so peas are my first seed in the ground, and that's really early. That can be, like I said, 60 days ahead of that last frost date. And then you just learn about each seed and each plant that you want to put in the ground and decide, well, does it need to go out after all danger of frost is past, or is it one of those cold tolerant things that can go in 2 weeks ahead of that, 4 weeks ahead of that, 6 weeks ahead of that. Carrots and beets and things, they can be 30, 45 days ahead of your frost date. I put in that baby orchard corn last year, 2 weeks before my frost date. Lettuces go out before that. Brassicas, the whole, broccoli and all of that family. The brassicas can go out ahead of April 1st. And so that's how you know when can I put plants and seeds in the ground. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to use the comment section. That's a nice place to engage, whether I answer or other gardeners who are watching the channel. Anyway, happy gardening.